Welcome to our power box workout. And what we have here, right, is our grid that we've created. You can make it with tape, you can make it with chalk, right? What we've basically done is create a box. And with this box, we're going to go through a whole progression of exercises that are going to focus on a couple of things for you. We're going to focus on footwork, we're going to focus on power, we're going to focus on balance, and we're going to focus on our stride. And each one's going to have about 3 exercises that we're going to go through. We're going to go through together and create a progression. So the most important thing first, as always, is we've got to make sure we work on our form and technique. So we're going to start with footwork, and we're going to lead you through that. We'll go through one at a time to make sure you really understand the proper form and technique, understand your mechanics, get your breathing, and get ready to roll. When we skate, you have to be able to pick up your feet. You can't skate fast if your feet are stuck to the ice. So we're going to start with some footwork movements. Now, the first thing we're going to focus on is just a jump, right? One of the greatest exercises that we do, old school goes back to working on footwork, is jump and rope, jump and rope. It's the ability to get up those feet and coordinate your hands and your feet. So what we're going to start with is 3 exercises: a regular jump, a lateral jump, and jumping up and back. So when we jump, the biggest thing and the most important thing is here. The knees come bent, right? We're back into that skater position. We're not so bent down that we can't jump here. We've got to have that chest up, the back's flat, the chest is up, and when we jump off of those feet, it's the balls of those toes. So it's really that explosion. Now, what you notice that when we jump, right, what gets engaged is the calf muscle, okay? The calves, those are the muscles that help us with the agility things. Those are the speed and quickness movement ones, okay? So when we start, 1 foot on each box, we're going to start regular jumps. Those hands are going to stay in front, and we're jumping. Now, every time John's jumping, he's focusing on it's an exhale. So we're jumping up, the knees stay bent, and we want to protect those knees. We want to make sure that it's just nice and soft and quick. Pretend like you're jumping on the 2nd story of a house, and there's people below. The second one is going to be a lateral movement. So on this one, when we go, right, our hockey position is those feet shoulder width apart. So what we want to think about is that if we're jumping and I got moved, right, I still land in my proper position and I'm ready to go. We want to do it with the least amount of movement, meaning I don't want to be jumping all over here and having my upper body turn. So that when we jump, we want to make sure that those hands are in front when we jump, and it's with that quickness of those feet. Okay, so watch as we go. The legs maintain that shoulder width distance. The upper body stays still, the hands are in front, and we exhale as we move back and forth, side to side. The third one then is going to be an up and back movement. On this one, we don't want to jump way up and jump way back because it wastes a lot of energy. What we want to focus on is the foot turnovers, moving up, back, up, back, up, back. Now we notice is sometimes the hands feel awkward. They can't stay down here and do this. We've got to let them come with us. Think about 90-degree elbows. Those arms come up, back. So here we go. Up, back, up, back, up, back. Power. The next component in the sequence is working on power. Power is those hips, thighs, and butt. Any type of movement where we squat and we explode, that explosive power, that's what we're talking about. So we're going to talk about 3 different exercises. We're going to do a squat, a quarter eagle jump turn, and then a lateral movement progression. We're going to walk through them one at a time, talk about the form and technique, really make sure you've got it, and then off you're running, getting some power. Our first exercise in our power sequence is going to be the squat. So when we start, John's going to have 1 foot in each square. We're going to focus on keeping those arms in like our skater position. Inhaling down, keeping that butt low, the back's flat. We're going to exhale, and as we come up, we don't quite want to lock the legs all the way out, but we want to squeeze those quads so we really get a good flex in. Inhale down, exhale and squeeze. Inhale down, exhale and squeeze. The second exercise is going to be a quarter eagle jump turn. So this one's a little bit tricky, but it's really good. What we're going to focus on is to make sure is each time we come down, we're into that squat. And when we squat, we're going to take those hands, we're going to flex those fingers, we're going to jump up, and we're going to turn. Okay? And we're going to go to our left this time. So he's going to come down, we're going to go slow, up, turn, land your 2 feet in the opposite square. Each time you land, the butt's got to come back down. You've got to load it and then explode it all the way up. Exhale, up, turn. turn, up, turn. Good. The third exercise is a lateral sequence. And we want to focus on a little bit of speed and quickness as we go. So we call this 1-2. Okay, so he's going to plane. He's going to step. 1-2, plant the foot. 1-2, plant the foot. When we plant, the outside leg is the push leg. The inside leg comes up so that knee comes high so that we can explode. And we want to focus on the quickness of the stop and the start. This is that change of direction. Stops and starts, stops and starts. Okay? 1-2, plant. 1-2, plant. 1-2, plant. 1-2, plant. Welcome to balance. In this next sequence, we're going to focus on single leg balance, right? When we skate, right, we're on one leg. So there's a lot of single leg balance and stabilization that needs to take place. So this next exercise what we're going to focus on is getting ourselves back in that spot where we're going to go down to that single leg. We're going to start in our skating position. And we're going to take that opposite foot, right, the non-support leg. We're going to lift that. And what we're going to do is we call it single leg box taps. So what you're going to focus on is tapping your toe in each of the boxes as you go around the box. So here we got John going left leg taps, and he's going all the way around. So the focus is trying to bend and get down as low as you can, keep that leg out, and really focus on exhaling and breathing every time that you tap. Now this one's also a thinker, because sometimes you can get off, right? So this is a good thing to do, to try to make sure that we're doing multiple things at the same time, much like skating and stick handling. So we're going to switch feet. We're going to go right leg taps. We always start with our form and technique, and then we're tapping all the way around. All the way in front, and we're picking up, and we're pointing that toe, right? We're tapping that, tapping that. Stay down low. The lower you can get as you're going, the more challenging it's going to be. Welcome to stride. When we put our skating together, we talk about the footwork, we talk about the power, we talk about the balance, we want to talk about the stride. All of that starts to lend itself to our ability to be able to get down low, have a tight core, and be able to really get the most out of our push. So what you guys are going to start with is you're going to set up the foot, middle of the square, right on the top. We're going to take that leg and we're going to put it back to the corner. So here John's going with a right leg stride, and the focus is going to be opening up those hips, right? But all the weight transfer is on that front leg, right? You can see how that leg, right? This is the stabilizer. That leg is going. So we keep those arms in front, so we bring that chest and that head, so we get that forward lean. And all we're going to do is we're going to focus on holding that and breathe. So we're in that position, we're leaning forward, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, okay? After that, we're going to switch feet. Feet come up, we're going to go back, and we're going to hold it on the opposite leg. So here we've got a left leg skate hold. We're going to hold that. The right leg now is the stabilizer. All that weight is coming forward. All that weight's on that right leg.